Capítulo 4, os forasteiros. Nova Orleans.
Ah, Holmes. After our trip to 𝗰𝗵𝘃𝗃𝗍𝗳, Switzerland, I can certainly use some of this new world heat.
Do not get carried away, Watson. What we could certainly use are answers to my questions.
I know, but you look exhausted. Why didn't we find the hotel first?
We shall rest when our investigation is over, and not a moment sooner. I shall ask you to handle our bags while I search for the bank.
As you wish.
Oi! Stop it, you! Our luggage! Good Lord, what have you done? That's my stuff.
I'm sorry, mister. It was an accident.
Os sequestradores estão usando o serviço da casa bancária de Gray para vender gemas. Quem é o joalheiro A?
It's fine, it's fine. I'll just put everything back. Where are the socks?
Ah, not an auspicious start, is it?
Never mind. I'll handle it. You go on ahead.
Vou deixar você cuidar disso.
Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, I know this. Yeah, let me help you.
Casa bancária de 𝗬𝗏. O banco fica na rua acima do porto, à esquerda do prédio portuário principal, em frente ao bairro chinês. É perto do bairro chinês.
Help me, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
Is this familiar to you?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
My knowledge. Tem um mapa? Bank ali. Mas onde é que eu estou?
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't want to disappoint you, but I'm clueless.
Is this familiar to you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Could you help me?
What makes you think I can be of any help?
É verdade. Caraca, esse cenário é gigante. Capitania do Porto.
Got a spot in mind?
Actually, I'm not sure yet. May I ask you something?
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
Não sorri do nada.
Can I ask you a question?
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else might help you better.
Is this familiar to you?
Don't remind me of anything. Someone else might help you better, sir.
Nossa, esse cenário aqui é gigante. US Police Department. Fechado. Aqui não dá pra ir não. Ah, sabe que era uma ponte.
Could you help me?
Yeah, don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
Help me, please.
I don't wish to be rude, but I don't have a clue about this.
Murdoch. Eu acho que eu tô perto, acho que é essa rua aqui. Bank House, é esse aqui, achei.
Mr. Frank Barnaby, right? Auction's about to start.
Observar. Pisca miopia. Jornal sensacionalista escondida. 𝗹𝗵𝘃𝗃𝗯𝘀𝗵𝗵. Algo no bolso, sanduíche. O segurança do banco é uma figura e tanto guarda um sanduíche no bolso e lê 𝗹𝗵𝘃𝗃 está vivo. Ele é um tolo paranoico de mau gosto, aliás, ele é míope. O segurança do banco é uma figura e tanto guarda um sanduíche no bolso e lê 𝗵𝗃𝗃 está vivo, que faz um pensador crítico que questiona tudo, inclusive a verdade. A miopia é o resultado da leitura constante em detrimento da própria saúde. Reta perceptiva. Eu sou o Frank Barney, meu nome é Sherlock Holmes.
In the flesh. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Well, hold up. Written invitation first.
can I present another piece of identification?
No, that's why we sent an invitation. Move along, mister. Ain't nothing here for you. Even mosquitoes know how to buzz off.
Holmes, over here. Any luck?
None. They're holding an auction, invitation only. The good news is, I know who might have one. We need to find Mr. Barnaby.
Who?
Frank Barnaby, most likely a local.
And you think Mr. Barnaby would be happy to share his invitation?
Let us first find him, then we can see if he is the generous type.
Como é que eu acho ele?
Excuse me, just one question.
I've heard about that. Let me tell you.
Os vizinhos dizem que ele é um dono de uma loja no bairro chinês chamado as Gemas de Barmin. Eu preciso ir pro bairro chinês, que eu acho que é esse bem aqui. As Gemas de Barnaby. Então, temos que achar essa loja.
How marvelous, Holmes. A city within a city.
Indeed, those lanterns are delightful. It is as though we have been transported to the Orient itself.
Procurando, né?
Do you know anything about this?
Don't remind me of anything. Someone else might help you better, sir.
Help me, please.
No, first I've heard of it.
Cassino. Salão. Onde é que é essa loja?
Do you know anything about this?
No, I've not heard about that, sorry.
A casa bancária de Grey será a sede de um leilão privado de opalas negras. O banco não informa a origem das gemas raras. No entanto, a senhorita 𝘂𝗫𝗍𝗯𝗀 confirmou a autenticidade de cada uma das gemas. Jogando Bar. É no bairro chinês, eu não posso sair do bairro chinês. Gun Store.
Black opals being auctioned at the banking house of 𝘂𝗫𝗍𝗃. Is this familiar to you?
I don't want to disappoint you, but I'm clueless.
Somente tem ducadas.
This place has a Spartan charm, does it not?
It does. My soul will always yearn for London's gloom, but it reminds me of Cordona in a nice way.
Eu acho que eu entrei já em outro lugar já. Eu acho que é aqui, né? Não, 𝘂𝗶𝗯𝗲𝗍. Eu acho que é aqui.
Locked. No one's here. Locked. No one's here. Rather unassuming for a jewellery store.
Damn, he at it again. Barnaby still owes you. If he can't pay in greenbacks, he'll pay in blood.
Is this familiar to you?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Dois cavaleiros dizem que o Barnum lhe deve dinheiro. Ele é um alcoólatra conhecido que neste momento está se embriagando em o Jacaré Alegre, no bairro Crioulo. Dá para reconhecê-lo pelo chapéu amarelo e o casaco verde. Jacaré Alegre. Bairro Crioulo. Será que é pra cá? Jacaré Alegre. É isso aqui.
Barnaby, unconscious but with his eyes open. Look, Watson. The two of you are just alike.
Oh, great. So I look like a haggard alcoholic.
Achei o que eu procurava. Sr. Barnaby, a casa bancária de 𝘂𝗫𝗍𝗃 convida a participar de um leilão privado. Estamos felizes em apresentar uma seleção de raras e extraordinárias opalas negras à venda. Por favor, contate nossos funcionários para receber mais informação. Recomendamos enfaticamente que o senhor vista suas melhores roupas e esteja sóbrio, mas um incidente inaceitável e o senhor será excluído da nossa lista de compradores.
Eureka!
What have you got?
An idea. First, we'll need Mr. Barnaby's clothes.
Holmes.
Watson, time is of the essence. You will go to the bank, not as yourself, but as Frank Barnaby. Holmes, we look nothing alike. The hat and coat will do the heavy lifting. Just stay cool, play the part, and no one will notice the difference. Trust me.
Confio.
Holmes, must we really indulge in this farce? It worked in Switzerland, didn't it?
Sure, if you redefine the word worked.
O Watson vai torcer pro Brasil.
You look great, Watson. The guard has myopia, you'll walk right through.
Oh, Holmes. Só não passa perto daqueles caras lá que vão
Where's
confundir.
my cash, Frank? In the bartender's tip jar?
Corre!
Where's the money, Barnaby?
I'll wait here so as not to arouse suspicion.
Mr. Barnaby.
Right you are. Shop owner.
Right. Your invitation, sir?
Here you go.
You okay, sir? Seem to have the jumps.
I'm in a rush.
Come on in.
Come on. Estou dentro do banco.
Heavens, I've never seen gems so big.
I simply must
Pala negra, lixo austrália, peso 40 quilates, as gemas mais raras. Acredite ser. Ele todo. Esse é um fragmento da rocha espacial que colidiu com a Terra.
They're so black it's like they absorb light. Rather hypnotic. Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't want to disappoint you, but I'm clueless.
Sorry, I'm just dealing with another client's request. Please wait a moment.
This might be useful. I'll make a note.
A casa bancária de 𝗬𝗪 e seus fiéis filantropos. 𝗏𝗵𝘃𝗃𝗍, Dillard, Arneson, bairro francês, Artição, Sr. Thomas, Carter, bairro francês, 𝗪𝗵𝘃𝗃, Michaud, de Clemens, Sr. Thomas, 𝗀𝗵𝘃𝗃𝗍, Hanet, 𝗹𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗃, Marin. Caraca, esses nomes são muito difíceis de pronunciar. Wallet, Lackville. Notado. Dominic Summer. Esse me serve para New Orleans. Estão no banco. Você vai usar dormir na mesa do baile. Isso parece com Watts. As roupas do Sr. Burns serão ajuda para disfarçar o Sr. Watts.
Excuse me, just one question.
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
May I ask you something?
You better ask someone else about that.
E agora?
Morning, sir, and welcome to the E.W. Gray Banking House. The auction will begin shortly. Name's Zoe Clemens, and I'd be delighted to help you.
Deixa ela
Pleasure to
aparece
meet
com a
you,
outra
Miss
lá.
Clemens. I am Frank Barnaby. I do have some questions, if you don't mind. These gems are rather curious. What can you tell me about them?
These rare beauties are black opals, all the way from 𝗂𝗶𝗹𝗃𝗃, South Australia. When they catch the light, the dark stone becomes a brilliant rainbow. It's something special.
Forgive my curiosity, but who was the previous owner?
Sir, I ain't at liberty to disclose them details.
It doesn't say where these stones came from. No provenance, no previous owner. I'm starting to suspect they were illegally procured.
What? We would never. I can assure you these gems were bought from one of New Orleans' most upstanding citizens, a philanthropist no less. If you would like to know more, I could get my manager.
You old dog, Barnaby. Didn't think you'd sober up for the auction. An hour ago, you were 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, You know, I hold my liquor better than most, and the auction was an important business opportunity.
An important business opportunity. Ha! What have you done with the real Barnaby?
Well, maybe I'm drunker than I thought, mister.
Mister? What's wrong, Frank? You're looking pale. Don't you recognize your old pal, Grubb?
Observar. Chapéu de lã grande, superdimensionado. Posição de poder, xerife Grubb. Campeão de revólver dourado, orgulhoso ou falso? Importa-se com a aparência. Elegante ou desse sujar, unhas esculpidas. Ameaça a moda. O xerife Grubb é a lei em New Orleans. Ele é excêntrico, cuida das suas unhas, da sua aparência e da sua imagem. No entanto, é apenas para esconder sua verdadeira natureza impiedosa. É um indivíduo altamente poderoso na comunidade local que usa sua imagem para distrair e disfarçar sua real natureza. O xerife Grubb é, na verdade, um cachorro sem dentes que só sabe latir. O homem tenta dar a impressão de ser uma figura importante na vida de New Orleans, no entanto, é só uma pequena engrenagem na máquina do governo. De fato, o xerife está tão descontente e incômodo do seu papel que tenta compensar isso com competições ridículas, roupas na moda e um comportamento ameaçador. Tô nesse aqui.
Sorry, Sheriff, but I don't have time for this.
Now, Frank, when I'm talking to you, everything else waits. If I want to talk, you talk. If I say jump, you say off which pier. Do we understand each other?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, while I have you, there's the matter of your outstanding fines. I've been more than reasonable, but I'm afraid the bills come due.
Fines? Right. I'm afraid I don't have anything on me.
That's funny. Ain't you at the auction? I weren't born yesterday, Frank. Now, assault, battery, disorderly conduct, that's serious stuff. You got off easy, but if you don't pay up, things get a whole lot worse.
Look, Sheriff, I'm not actually...
Whoa. Think careful now, because Frank Barnaby only owes us cash. But fraud, impersonation, that's weasel behavior. And you know what we do to weasels round these parts. Feed 'em to the gators. So, Frank, what's it gonna be?
Here's all I have.
Mighty fine of you. The people of this parish deserve peace. They don't take kindly to visitors. Don't miss that boat tomorrow morning, Doctor.
Que filho da mãe.
May I ask for your assistance?
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
Eu já terminei aqui.
Don't want to be rude, but even the man upstairs can smell you.
I told you, Holmes. I told you it was a bad plan. Now we're penniless and wanted criminals.
Hysteria gets us nowhere, Watson. Tell me what happened.
The sheriff saw right through me. He knew who I was from the start.
Extorted me for every coin I had.
Bah, all that matters is what you learned about the gems.
I shan't discuss it while still wearing that blighter's clothes. I'm going back to the boat to get changed.
Pra voltar. Fazer onde eu tô, não? Dá pra trocar por aqui? Dá não. É, tô perdido. É pra cá? É, pra cá que eu vim. Daqui que eu vim.
A pox on the crew.
You know, I think the look actually compliments you. Why bother changing it?
Ué, mas... O xerife local reconheceu o disfarce de Barnaby. Ele insistiu para deixarmos New Orleans amanhã de manhã. Ao menos algo positivo nessa derrota. Não preciso mais usar as roupas feias e fedorentas de Barnaby. É hora de voltar para o barco e me trocar para evitar me tornar um outro Barnaby.
No. No! Was that your luggage again? I don't understand. We just got it back in order.
Não, não é possível. Minhas coisas estão tudo na água.
Oh, bollocks, now our clothes are in the bloomin' water.
It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
I ain't sure what you did to the sheriff, but it must have been something real hairy to have him chuck your luggage off the pier.
With respect, miss, have we met before?
If you were the real Frank Barnaby, yeah, we would have. But where are my manners? I'm Lucy. And you are?
John, I didn't mean to be rude. I've just had a difficult day, miss.
Well, it's barely noon. And you've already made an enemy in Sheriff Grubb. The man starves his gators just in case someone crosses him. John who?
What's...
Well, Johnny, if you plan on sticking around, you better change that suit, or Frank's reputation will catch up with you. And then you'll be a John Doe.
Alas, I think one of those gators is currently devouring my spare clothes.
You've got yourself in a fine pickle. All right, come on board the Nymph of Louisiana, and I'll sort you something to wear.
The nymph? Is that what it sounds like? Why are you helping me?
Well, let's just say you ain't the only one who's had run-ins with the sheriff. Way I see it, this city deserves better. Now quit your stalling and head on over to the Nymph. I'll be in room 6.
This Mr. Barnaby is proving rather useful. Perhaps you're not so different after all.
One more word, Holmes, and I'll hand you over to the sheriff.
Sorry, was that John talking or Frank?
Oh, go annoy someone else while I visit the nymph.
Forget the sheriff. I'm sure it was simply bluster and bloviation.
Tá. Por ela no barco a ninfa de Louisiana, quarto 6. Tá, onde é que é esse barco? Será que é aqui? É aqui.
Always a pleasure to see you regular, Mr. Barnaby. Welcome home.
É um prostíbulo. É o quarto 6 aqui.
Well, look at you. All dressed up with nowhere to go.
I can't thank you enough. As I was saying, our journey has hardly gone to plan. we seem no closer to finding our missing people than when we left.
Well, if there were anything to know, Champagne will know it. She's across everything in New Orleans. Look for her in the fisherman's village behind the Creole quarter.
Thank you again, Lucy. I shall make my way there now.
Good luck, Johnny. Keep out of trouble.
Para ela no barco, a ninfa de Louisiana, Lucy diz que Champagne sabe de tudo que aconteceu em New Orleans. Champagne mora e trabalha no bairro dos pescadores, depois do bairro do Crioulo. O bairro dos pescadores deve ser aquele ali.
Ah, forgive me, Watson. The difference is plain as day. What a remarkable transformation from Barnaby.
If we're critiquing wardrobes, Holmes, maybe you can explain why you used to roll just one sleeve up. Did you get bored halfway through?
Tá. É no bairro dos pescadores. É pra cá.
Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, I've heard talk.
As pessoas dizem que o Champagne mora no bairro dos pescadores em um bangalô sobre um bote. Ela tem 2 cachorros. Onde é que fica esse bairro dos pescadores mesmo? Que é pra cá? Acho que não, tô voltando. É direto. Caraca, o cara tá fazendo xixi bem aí. Será que é pra cá, bairro dos pescadores?
Are you able to help me?
Don't remind me of anything. Someone else might help you better, sir.
Bairro dos pescadores, é isso aqui. Ah, tem 2 cachorros, né? Às vezes diz que Champagne mora no bairro dos pescadores em um bangalô sobre um bote. Ah, tem 2 cachorros. O que é um bangalô? Eu não sei o que é um bangalô. Vou descobrir agora. Ela tem 2 cachorros, tá latindo. Será que é aqui? É aqui. Ah, tem 2 cachorros.
𝘄𝗶𝗹𝗹, Lafayette. Hush now. No offense here. Them two don't take kindly to gents, especially foreigners. How can Champagne help you? Trip to the bayou? Feeding a huge crocodile?
Some other time, perhaps. Word has it, you know everything that goes on round these parts.
Maybe, maybe not. What you want to know?
The bank in town recently purchased a valuable collection of gemstones from a wealthy man. What do you know of it?
Sure. I hear everything. This time I tell you for free. Next time, you pay.
Thank you.
May have been 1-2 weeks ago. Rich man's butler sold him some black opals.
And this rich man is?
Don't know his name, only that he from the French Quarter. Folk back in town could take you there. That's all I know. You need a boat? I hire 'em out for dollars. Or a bottle of you know what.
Thank you for the offer and the help.
As pessoas dizem que o Champagne mora no bairro dos pescadores e no bangalô sobre o bote ela tem 2 cachorros. Eu peguei outra informação aqui.
Careful. Nolans may look welcoming, but not every smile is friendly.
bangalô é um barco, né?
I feel much better in this suit, even if it is not mine.
Tá. Uma mulher chamada Lúcia se nos ajudar, diz que era... As pessoas dizem que 𝗂𝗶𝗹 mora... Tá, mas essa aqui... A 𝗂𝗶𝗹 nos deu algumas informações sobre o comerciante de opalas negras. Ele é um homem rico no bairro francês. Provavelmente o vendedor de joias que representa o ar no telegrama do Instituto 𝘂𝗶𝗹𝗹 é o 𝗂𝗏 do bairro francês. E onde é que fica o bairro francês? Capitania do Porto, eu sei onde fica o bairro francês.
Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, I've heard talk.
Um transeunte recomenda pegar um táxi perto do prédio portuário principal para ir até o bairro francês. Perto do prédio portuário principal. Eu agora. Passei ainda agora e não te vi, cara. Rapaz, isso aí deve ser retornar. Fez o que queria fazer aqui, aceitar.
Got a spot in mind.
French Quarter, and get us there fast.
É o bairro francês.
You know, Watson, the opulent mansions and stifling heat remind me of my time in the Mediterranean.
𝗀𝗏𝗯𝗀 does sound rather magical. Do you think you shall ever return?
I don't know. That place was home to some of my greatest memories and some of my lowest moments.
Tá.
Yeah.
É pra cá?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Os habitantes locais me disseram que a mansão do 𝘂𝗏 tem um grande portão adornado com bisões. Bisões. Caraca, esse lugar é gigante. Aquela lagada. Eu acho que é aqui.
Lord help me.
Excuse me, miss. Are you all right? What is your name?
Eula, sir.
Waiting for someone, Eula?
Yes, sir. My brother Davy. He works for Mr. Arneson in that mansion yonder. Been 5 days now since I last heard from him.
Come now, why all the tears?
Something happened to Davy. I feel it in my bones.
Do you think he may have left the premises?
No, sir. Davy, he ain't like you and me. He's smart in some ways, but he can't talk. Not a word. He's pure and kind.
Fear not. We will look for your brother. One presumes this gate is locked. Is there any other way inside?
There's another entrance through the stables you could try. That's where I meet Davy normally, but I couldn't get in. See, I couldn't find the key. It wasn't in its usual spot. Please hurry, sir. Find him for me.